So guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make a three-in-one bonnet. I know most of you've heard of three-in-one, and some of you you're like, how is it possible for there to be a three-in-one bonnet? Actually, this tutorial will be simplified. I'll be taking you on the step by step way to make a three-in-one bonnet. It's so simple, so easy. You can do it within 5 minutes. It's not something that will take so long for you to sew. So basically, this is the fabric I'll be using. I'll be using a satin fabric and a stretchy fabric. So here's the fabric. I've placed it on the table ready to cut. I'm using black and blue. So I've placed it on each other. So after placing it on each other, I'll make sure they are accurate. So after setting everything, I'm using 10.5 inches. Actually, you can decide to use 14, you can use 13. 15 might be so big, but the standard measurement should be 13 or 12. But yeah, I'm using 10.5 because the person wants it to be small. The person does not want it to be so big. So I'm using 10.5. So what I'll do now, after measuring 10.5, I'll make sure when I fold it to, it is 10.5, 10.5. That means you're having 10.5 in four places. I don't know if you understand. Now, for that, it is 10.5. I'll make sure it is 10.5. Then the length too, I'll make sure it is 10.5. You know, it's a circle, so there's not even lengths. So everything was a 10.5. So I'll take 10.5 or two. The radius, I don't know, be a math student. So I'll take 10.5 or two. Then this is me measuring 10.5 like cone. Then I'll cut it. Then after cutting it, you see I've cut it on two fabric. You can cut it one by one if you have difficulty cutting it two at once. But then me, I'm cutting it because I find it easy. So yeah, I'll get pin to pin it so that it can stay. So after pinning it, for it to stay, because at times it can shift and you might have issue with it. Then I'll go to my machine and sew everything by an half inch. So here is the band. I'll be showing you how to cut the band. So this is a stretchy fabric. It's only stretchy fabric you can use. You cannot use anything less than stretchy fabric. Although it varies, but make sure you're using stretchy fabric. So I'm going to fold the stretchy fabric. I'm going to be using 4. So that's 8 on fold, 4 when it is folded because it is 3-in-1. Let's assume it is a normal type of band. It's not 3-in-1. You can decide to use 6 inches, but here I'm using 8 inches on fold. So when you fold it to be 4. So the length, remember, 19 inches because this is an elastic band. So your head radius, some people's own is 22, some people's own is 21. So 19, it can size anybody's size. So when you go to your machine that you sew it, then sewing it, you be very careful so that it won't shift and it won't have excess opening. So you be very careful. As you can see, so you will not close everything finish, you leave some space. So that's what you're going to bring out. So after carefully bringing everything out, make sure you tighten the edges so that when you're bringing it out, it's not going to loosen, so it is not going to frustrate you. So you're going to go to your ironing table, then iron it. So after ironing, bringing everything out, yeah, we don't have like, so I wasn't able to iron it. So I just straightened it with my hand. So I looked for the edges. Yeah, I want to fix the band. So I looked for the edges. So I marked it into 4 places. Dissect it into 4 places so that you will not have issue joining it. So this is the band. So you do the same thing on the band. You will dissect it into 4 places. So after dissecting it into 4 places, you're going to use pin to hold them. But instead of using pin to hold it all through, I'm just going to use pin to hold the first part. And when I reach the edge of the first part, I'll use pin to hold the second part, like you can see in this video. I like fixing my bonnet to my band to my bonnet from the lower side of the band. That place that has joined. I like fixing it so that the front part will be very, very perfect. It's not going to give you issues. So here I am. I want to fix it. But then before fixing it, I'll make sure the edge is 1 inch. You can use 1 1/4 inch. So I took my pin and I joined it. Use my pin and joined it to the first part so that it can be accurate. Now folding it. And remember, when you are fixing your bonnet, your band to the bonnet, make sure it is at the edge. You are fixing it at the edge. You can see how I place it. You are going to fix it at the edge. Make sure you're not fixing it by 1/2 inch. It's not what you are fixing is not even up to, it's 1/4 inch. It's not even up to 1/4 inch. When you are sewing the sewing allowance, so that it won't show you at the other side. And when you are fixing it, make sure you measure it. You can decide to use 1 1/2. You can decide to use 1 1/2, and you can decide to use 1 inch, or you can decide to use 1 1/4. I'm using 1 1/4 inch. So, and remember, when you are sewing the band, make sure you stretch the band. Stretch the band, very important, so that it can enter your head or whoever wants to wear it. You can see it's already our bonnet is already forming. Our 3-in-1 is already forming. So we are going to do it all through. When you are sewing this bonnet, don't rush. Be very careful when you are sewing it, and make sure you are sewing it at the edge of the band. Not Don't leave 1 inch allowance or 1/2 inch allowance, so that it won't show at the other side. So tada! Here is our 3-in-1 bonnet ready. So after joining your band, remember that we left an opening. So that opening, that's what we'll be sewing now. Just make sure you're using a blue thread underneath and a black thread at the upper part, so that it won't show. You can see that black is not showing on this blue fabric. Use a blue thread. That's the trick. Use a blue thread underneath and a black part at the thread at the upper part. So here's our 3-in-1 bonnet. In fact, you can use this bonnet in 4-in-1 places, because you can decide to make a rope to it. If the customers want rope, you can add rope to it, and if the person does not want, no problem. Okay guys, thanks for watching. This is all for our YouTube video. So kindly subscribe, like, and comment, and share, as there are some people that this video can really help. You can start a business with it. In fact, bonnet is a very lucrative business. So if you're a student and you're looking for a business to do, don't think twice. Bonnet is a good business to start with. And if you have any question, kindly ask in the comments section. Thanks for watching. Bye.